I saw you and Sean had an interaction in the gym.
Understand, you're better than most, you're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people.
He didn't like when I said I tap him out.
Did you tap him out?
Yeah, many times, bro. That's his coach.
What did you get him with?
Chokes, different things.
Chimaev fled Chechnya with his family because, an oppressive warlord dictator that killed people indiscriminately. No hate on him. It's your country. He goes back to Chechnya. He goes back to Chechnya because somebody wants to buy him a G-Wagon. And he's like, oh, hey, I'll be that whole. I'll do it. I'll bend the knee for you, man. I like G-Wagons. And then what happens? The leash gets way too tight. And you know what? I think the U.S. government kind of looks at him like a terrorist now. Why? Because
Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev could Darmian tension surf fight tak limited nahi rahi. Balke yeb ek intense personal or psychological rivalry ban chuki high. Dono fighters could Darmian gym stories, training claims, or character attacks is rivalry KO or be Zayada controversial bana rahi hain. Strickland Eniek Jim Interaction Ka Zikr Kia Jahan Unka Kana Hai Kuchimiv Apni AAP KO Sabasi Superior Samaj Dahai. Strickland Commutabik, Wo Kud Jim Main Ji Shi Be Fighter KO Challenge Karnasi Nahi Darta or Hamesha Toughest Opponents Choose Karta Hai. Iski Baraks, Wo Chimiv Par Ilzam Lagata Hai Kuwo Comparatively Weaker Sparring Partners Select Karta Hai. Strickland Ka Kana Hai Kuchimiv KO Jab Unki Training Performance Par Saul Uthayagaya. To us uncomfortable feel Kia. Iski bad discussion Chimaev ko background ki taraf chula jadahai. Jahan Strickland Uski personal life or political connections KO target kartahai. Wo Chimaev ko Chechnya se migration or fur allegedly wapas wahan powerful figures ko Sath association KO question kartahai. Strickland commutabik. Yasab decision surf survival ya identity kulia nahi balke financial or luxury incentives ki waja se be ho soktain. Strickland is narrative KO.
He has a Bitcoin scam, and he scams all his fans. Let me tell you guys something. I had the same Bitcoin scam offered to me. It was like 200,000, and I was like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm not going to scam my fans. I don't need money that bad. But that's what Chimaev did. So, yeah, Chimaev, you can fight. You can fight. You got a beard. But let history record it as you, sir, are a You fled a country, you went back and you got buddy-buddy with a dictator and you fled again. Doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are.
Or a gay Barhada High or Chimaev par cryptocurrency scams or fans KO exploit Karn J's allegations lagata high. Wo Kud KO example could torpar present Karta High. Could you say be similar deals offer why they lekanus and reject Kardai. Kyun ku wo apni fans KO misuse nahi karnachata. Dusri taraf. Chimaev apni performance or dominance KO defend Karta High. Wo claim Karta High could training sessions main us and Strickland KO control Kia, takedown Kia or even submission positions tak lagaya. Uska Kana High could Strickland key image gym main upni dominant nahi jitni wo bahar present Karta High. Lekin Strickland is narrative KO completely reject Karta High or ulta claim Karta High ku asal main wo he dominant the. Wo Kata High could Chimaev pressure handle nahi karsakta or mental breakdown hota high jab real intensity adi high. Ye contradiction fans kalia rivalry KO or confusing or interesting bana dita high. Experts jab is matchup KO analyze Kartihane to Dono fighters styles KO completely different bataya jada high. Chimaev ek aggressive, pressure heavy wrestler or striker high Joe early rounds main fights Kadam Karn key capability rock to high. Dusri Taraf Strickland ek technical striker high Joe distance control, cardio or defensive discipline par rely karta high. Analysts Kamana high ku agar fight hodi high.
No, I've taken him down, I've held him down, I've choked him, I've punched him. I've done all those things, so I don't see anything, something special about him. Basically, he's a fighter's fighter. He's a good fighter. If you look at him, he's like an American cowboy, like from the movies. That's the kind of guy he is. But we've done our work in the gym together, and if they offer him to me, if I can fight him for the belt, that's what I'll do. I make the money, get the belt. I have nothing against him. I think that if you compare us
to Chimaev, early dominance try Karega, jab Strickland Ka focus survival or later rounds main pace KO control Karnahaga. Yes, stylistic clash is matchup KO highly unpredictable banata high. Is sorry debate kabajud ek cheese clear high. Yeah, rivalry surf fight skills tak limited nahi. Balke ego, reputation or personal narratives ka be battle high. Dono fighters apni image defend kar rahi hain or apni opponent KO mentally break karn ki koshish kar rahi hain. Agar kabi ye fight reality main hodi high, to yes surf ek MMA bout nahi hogi, Balke ek high stakes psychological war hogi jahan surf physical strength nahi, Balke mental toughness be decide karegi ka winner kaun haga. The focus of the MMA world has now shifted toward one of the most anticipated and controversial events ever discussed, the rumored White House UFC card. This is not just another fight night. It is being framed as a global spectacle where legacy, hype, and fighting styles collide on a stage unlike anything seen before. At the center of this storm stands a matchup that has divided fans, analysts, and fighters alike, Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. On one side is Ilia.
I was thinking about if Easy not knock him out, he gonna win, but it's happened. He couldn't knock him out first round. I was thinking if the guy just pressure him, Easy gonna get tired. Because all these guys, Easy fought, they play easy game. So Easy good on his game, and just do it technique. Don't need to care about just like Sean Strickland went in, like me,
Topuria, the rising champion who has quickly established himself as one of the most technically complete fighters in mixed martial arts today. His rise has been defined by precision, composure, and a ruthless ability to break opponents down without unnecessary risk. Every strike he throws appears calculated, every movement efficient, and every exchange controlled. His performances against elite competition have created the impression that he is not just winning fights, but dismantling opponents with surgical accuracy. Many believe he represents the next evolution of MMA, a fighter who blends elite boxing, strong defensive awareness, and improving grappling into a nearly complete package. On the other side stands Justin Gaethje, one of the most violent and unpredictable fighters the sport has ever seen. Gaethje is chaos personified inside the cage. His style is built on pressure, damage, and an unshakable willingness to absorb punishment in order to deliver even greater harm in return. Every fight he competes in becomes a war of attrition, where strategy often dissolves into survival. Despite his wrestling background as an
This man fled his country. He went to Sweden. He had a great life. Australia welcomes a lot of immigrants, and I respect you, but the immigrants in Australia assimilate and become Australian, and goddamn, I respect you all for that. But this man goes back to Chechnya. Off a dictator. Him off. Lets his son beat him up.
NCAA Division I All-American, Gaethje has built his MMA identity around striking battles, leg kicks, and relentless forward pressure. Even when he is hurt, he remains dangerous, and that makes him one of the most feared competitors in the lightweight division. As the fight approaches, analysts remain deeply divided. Some believe Topuria's technical superiority will allow him to control the pace, manage distance, and ultimately neutralize Gaethje's pressure. Others argue that Gaethje's experience in wars against elite opponents gives him the perfect style to disrupt Ilia's rhythm. The core question is whether precision can survive chaos, or whether chaos can break precision before it fully takes control of the fight. Former UFC fighters and analysts have added further depth to the debate. Chael Sonnen has raised concerns about the limited preparation time for Gaethje, arguing that elite fighters cannot fundamentally change their style in a short training camp. In his view, Gaethje will enter the fight as he always has.
Every fight, this guy gets hurt. Mysterious injuries. I break my hand, my ovaries hurt. Like, I did this, I did that. Like, dude, you've never produced an x-ray, you've never produced an MRI. Like, but every fight, dude, you got to take a year off because you're injured. Like, are you that big of a bitch? So, I don't know, man. I think, it'll just be curious to see his trajectory and actually how many times he fights, But, like, when you're him, do you have to fight? When you're off Cordero and you're getting gifted G-Wagons and, like, I mean, how much money do you think that guy gets from the Chechen warlord, right? He probably gets a ton. So it's like, for him, it's not necessarily about fighting. It's about having a belt for as long as possible. And I think that's why you have a guy who just
as aggressive, stubborn, and committed to violence. However, Sonnen also questions whether that approach will be enough against someone as technically refined as Topuria. Meanwhile, Demetrius Johnson has highlighted Gaethje's mental toughness, pointing out that he is a fighter who does not break easily under pressure. According to Johnson, Gaethje's confidence and willingness to engage in chaos make him dangerous in any exchange, regardless of technical disadvantages. Michael Bisping has also weighed in with a more analytical perspective, emphasizing Ilia Topuria's recent dominance over elite competition. His victories over top-tier opponents have demonstrated not only power but also control, timing, and composure under pressure. Bisping notes that Topuria's boxing is among the cleanest in the division, with minimal wasted movement and exceptional accuracy. However, he also warns that Gaethje's ability to absorb damage and respond with equal or greater force means the fight is far from predictable. In Bisping's view, Gaethje remains dangerous as long as he is conscious and within striking range. Adding another layer to the narrative,
They promised me, like I said before, Gilbert Burns, if you win with this guy against this guy, you're gonna fight for the title. And since then, 22 years ago, I fought again as well, but didn't get the title. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm not after I get just title. I go after all heads in the UFC. Yeah, smash somebody, make money, be happy, man. If I finish everyone, stop everyone, it has to give out all belts. So.
Arman Tsarukyan has suggested that Topuria's confidence may be tested when faced with elite pressure and grappling threats. Tsarukyan believes that while Ilia appears untouchable on the surface, there are still unanswered questions about how he performs in extended physical battles where control and endurance become critical. This perspective adds further intrigue, as Gaethje is exactly the type of fighter who can turn a technical matchup into a prolonged war. Stylistically, this fight represents one of the clearest contrasts in modern MMA. Topuria thrives in structured exchanges where timing, accuracy, and defensive awareness dictate the outcome. He excels in reading opponents, identifying patterns, and capitalizing on mistakes with surgical precision. Gaethje, however, thrives in disorder. He forces opponents into uncomfortable exchanges, disrupts rhythm with constant pressure, and turns technical fights into physical battles where endurance and toughness become decisive factors. Wrestling could also play a subtle but important role. Gaethje's wrestling back.
When I walk into a gym, do you think that I go find the little weakest man? I say, let's spar. I say, no, I go find the biggest, baddest motherfucker. I'm like, hey, I want to spar you. Every time Chimaev would walk in the gym, he would pick the smallest, lowest level pro and say, but oh, he looks like my opponent. You're beating the out of it. And this is a true story. You guys could back me up, my team. He would pick the smallest guy. Chimaev's a fucking bully. And if you notice what he does in the division, he just runs and fucking hides. Oh, now I want to go to 205 and fight fucking Yuri, who's not even the champ, dude. You just run and fucking hide.
Ground is elite, but he rarely utilizes it in MMA, preferring striking battles instead. Topuria, on the other hand, has shown consistent improvement in grappling defense and positional control. If Gaethje attempts to change levels and wrestle, it may be more about survival and disruption than sustained control. Conversely, if Topuria successfully defends these attempts, the fight will likely remain in his preferred striking range. The magnitude of the White House event adds another layer of psychological pressure. This is not a standard arena or even a typical stadium setting. It is a global spectacle designed to maximize attention, intensity, and historical significance. Fighters on this stage are not just competing for rankings or titles, but for legacy-defining moments that will be remembered far beyond the sport itself. In such an environment, fighters like Gaethje.
Did you see Khamzat Chimaev was on a podcast earlier this week, the Jackson podcast, and he was asked about this legendary sparring session you guys had. He said he tapped you out. That's why you hate him.
Bro, I made him quit training. Witnesses in the audience. Where's Eric at? I made him quit. No, dude. We're doing positional grappling, and he positional grappling. All right, start on my back, and I was like first round. I let him choke me because it's like no one gives a. Let me tell you about this little bitch.
Who thrive under chaos and emotional intensity may find an advantage. At the same time, Topuria's calm and structured approach could allow him to remain composed while others unravel under pressure. As fight night approaches, predictions remain closely contested. Many lean slightly toward Ilia Topuria due to his cleaner technique, superior defensive structure, and ability to control fights without taking unnecessary damage. His path to victory likely involves maintaining distance, picking precise shots, and gradually breaking Gaethje down over time. However, nobody is confident in writing off Justin Gaethje. His entire career has been defined by defying expectations, surviving punishment, and delivering fight-ending damage when least expected. One clean shot, one scramble, or one chaotic exchange could completely change the outcome. Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev could Armenian tension surf fight tack limited nahi.
But this man goes back to Chechnya. Tough a dictator. Tim off. Lets his son beat him up. And the leash got too tight. Too many G-Wagons. He was collected on. And when it came down to go a little deeper and a little more, this little ran to somewhere in the Middle East. And then he goes and sells a Bitcoin scam. Chimaev can fight, but sir, you are not a man. The world knows you as not a man. You will never be a man, you little...
Rahi. Balke Yeb Ek intense personal or psychological rivalry ban Chuki High. Dono fighters could Armenian gym stories, training claims, or character attacks is rivalry KO or be Zayada controversial Bana Rahi Hain. Strickland Eniek Gym Interaction Ka Zikr Kia Jahan Unka Kana High Kuchimiv Apni AAP KO Sab Se Superior Samaj Dahai. Strickland Commutabik, Wokud Gym Main G Shi be Fighter KO Challenge Karnasi Nahi Darta or Hamesha Toughest Opponents Choose Karta High. Iski Baraks, Wo Chimiv Par Ilzam Lagata High Kuwo Comparatively Weaker Sparring Partners Select Karta High. Strickland Ka Kana High Kuchimiv KO Jab Unkey Training Performance Par Saul Uthayagaya. To us uncomfortable feel Kia. Iski bad discussion Chimaev ko background key taraf chalad.
Oh, much is good for me, man. It makes money.
Yeah, life's weird, man. So when you're talking about Chimaev going to the White House, you know, he's best friends with like a warlord dictator that murders people. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this administration puts a terrorist in the White House card. I guess the perfect person to fight him would be me, right? The last real American in the UFC.
The fight people always thought was going to happen was you and Israel Adesanya for the title, but now Sean Strickland's the champion. What did you think of Strickland's win over Adesanya?
Jadahai. Jahan Strickland Uski personal life or political connections KO target Kartahai. Wo Chimaev ku Chechnya Se migration or fur allegedly Wapas Wahan powerful figures ku Sath association KO question Kartahai. Strickland Commutabik, Yesab decision surf survival ya identity Kulia Nahi Balke financial or luxury incentives Ki Waja Se be ho Soctane. Strickland is narrative KO or Agay Barhadahai or Chimaev par cryptocurrency scams or fans KO exploit Karn J's allegations Lagadahai. Wo Kud KO example Kutor par present Kardahai, Ku you say be similar deals offer why they lekanus and reject Kardai. Kyun Ku wo apni fans KO misuse Nahi Karnachata. Dusri Taraf. Chimaev apni performance or dominance KO defend Kartahai.